Hi Lana, here's my student ID for Janine McGregor, just printed out super big. So now I will show you the binder I created for a client chart. So I used a 2-inch 3-ring binder. On the front I put the allergies for the patient Honey Bee, which was codeine. On the side I have the room number, the patient name, and the attending physician's name. Then if we open up the binder, on this side here, I just have the extra labels. And here is the first section with the green sleeve. So if I pull out the documents from here, the first one I have is the personal directive, which was ordered right from the physician's order. So I've put the patient label on there. The next one is the advanced care planning tracking record, goals of care discussions. So I filled out the appropriate items that the hospital unit clerk would fill in and put the label on. This is also a standard form. Then on the next one is goals of care designation. I've labeled it and put on the appropriate, filled in the appropriate spots, which is also a standard form. Behind there we have the record of signature, which is a standard form for the binder, and anyone who's documented within this binder needs to put their name and sign with their designation. Behind there we'll have the notification tabs, which is doctor's orders stat, nurse to check, or doctor's orders routine. You will flag what needs to be done at the top. Then we'll move on to the physician's orders. Physician's orders, and in there that's where we keep the physician order form where he's told us everything that he wants done. I've labeled that, put her allergy and her weight and height. The next section is history and physical. Okay, so first we have the history and physical examination sheet. That is a standard sheet where routine examinations are found or documented either by the doctor or intern resident. On this one I've put the label, the site, and the date. And behind there, we have the medication reconciliation acute care, which they call the MedRec. So on here, I have put a label and her allergy. This is where any prescriptions or over-the-counter meds, vitamins, or natural health remedies are documented. Also a standard form. Next is the progress notes section, and that's where we have the nursing care flow sheet. I've added the label and the date. So that's where the nurses will do their assessments and vital signs, height, weight, client activity level, and hygiene. This is a standard sheet. So behind there we have the physician's progress notes. I've labeled that. That's where the physician will document any examinations. Then behind there we have the multidisciplinary progress record. I've labeled it and put the site. So this is where all members, including the hospital unit clerk, can document care given to the client. This is also a standard sheet. So behind there, we're going to move on to graphic chart. These are, so we have the medication administration record, which is also called the MAR. I've labeled it and then filled in what the doctor has asked on his order sheet. Behind there, we have the intake and output. This is a special sheet, and it's in this binder because it was on the doctor's order form. I've labeled it and included it in here. Behind there, I have the blood glucose testing record. On the doctor's order sheet, it said that she was diabetic. So even though this may not, it's a special form, we may not need it. I just decided to put it in there. Then if we moved on to lab reports, and this is where we keep, it's a special form. The doctor had ordered blood work for this patient for CBC and electrolytes. So we have labeled it here. Next is requisitions, and that's where we will find the x-ray rec that the doctor ordered for the CXR. He also ordered an ECG for the patient, so labels got put on both of those. And also a requisition for a special diet, which was NPO, which is nothing by mouth. So we've filled that in. Okay, after that is report of operation. There's nothing in here as there was nothing to do with operations. And our last section is the miscellaneous reports. This is where we'll find the admission summary sheet, which we've labeled. This gets filled in by the at the admission desk and then verified by the hospital unit clerk. The next form is the general consent form, which is a standard form, which we've labeled included here. And then another special form at the back here requested from the doctor on the doctor's order, which was a request for consultation because he wanted a consultation with endocrinology. And that is it for my client chart.